Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from the 7th group, and today we are going to discuss about some alternative solutions that may help reduce some of the problems related to climate change. Alright, but way before that, allow us to introduce ourselves. Start from me. My name is Muthia Amalia Syahrir. I am as the first speaker.
My name is Nuralisa as the second speaker.
My name is Norma Aslam as the third speaker.
In this discussion, just like what I have mentioned earlier, that we want to explain some alternative solutions that may help reduce some of the problems related to climate change. The first solution is using solar energy to grow food in the desert. That's right. Growing fruit and vegetables in the desert is now possible to do. And the first desert farms have been built in Australia. First of all, I will explain how farming in the desert works. Then we will briefly discuss how this type of farming could solve some of the environmental problems we are facing. And finally, we will discuss some possible problems of this system. So, how does it work? As we all know, in order to grow plants, we need water and sunlight. While we have a lot of sunlight in the desert, we have very little water. Scientists have decided to combine the modern technology of solar energy with a farming technology called hydroponics. Hydroponic means growing plants in water. In the 1700s, scientists observed that plants don't need to grow in the ground. What we need are nutrients or chemicals that help plants grow. Nutrients are like food for the plants. Therefore, if you add the nutrients to water, you can grow your fruit and vegetables in water.
NASA scientists have been developing this method of growing food because it could allow us to grow food in any climate in Antarctica, the Sahara deserts, or even on Mars. You might ask how this method of growing plants help with the problem of global warming. I mean, after all, it uses fresh water, which is a limited resource on our planet. An Australia company, Sundrop Farm System combines hydroponic with solar energy. Traditional farming uses between 60 and 80% of our planet's fresh water. However, Sundrop Farms doesn't use fresh water. They use seawater. Sundrop farms are only 100 meters from the seashore. A line of mirror reflects heat from the sun into a pipe which has oil inside. The hot oil in the pipe heats up seawater, which is inside special container. When the seawater reaches 116 degrees centigrade, the stream for this process provides electricity. Some of the hot water is used to heat the greenhouse during the cold desert nights. The rest of the heat water goes to desalination plants. Desalination means removing the salt from seawater to create clean, drinkable water. Desalination plants can produce up to 1,000 liters of fresh water every day. Farmer adds nutrients to the water and they grow fruit and vegetables.
To summarize, the solar energy is used to remove the salt from the seawater, and the fresh water is then used inside the greenhouse where the plants are growing. As you can imagine, many people around the world are really excited about this technology. So far, Australian farms have grown tomatoes, peppers, and cucumbers in this way. Many supermarkets are interested in buying this vegetable because they are grown without chemicals. Some people think this is the perfect solution to the world food crisis. After all, this way of farming can help us grow food in very difficult conditions. Furthermore, it uses seawater, which is a major advantage. Finally, the desert farms use solar energy and not fossil fuels. Thus, their negative effect on the environment is minimal. Taking all this into consideration, the quality of food, the use of seawater, and the minimal use of fossil fuels, I think that desert farms might be a very interesting way to farm in the future.